Namaste children, welcome again in the political science class. In the first part of the globalization, I explained you about the meaning concept of globalization and the factors or causes of the globalization. Now I am going to start the consequences of globalization. So here we see the three types of consequences of globalization. First is political, then economic, and third is cultural consequences of globalization. So let's begin with the political consequences of globalization. So first we will see the negative aspect of the political globalization. Fine. So if we will talk about the negative political consequences of the globalization, we see that state capacity has reduced now, and you can see the erosion of the state capacity because the countries set up their MNCs in other countries, and they want their own rule in other countries where they set up their MNCs. And the welfare state is now giving way to a more minimalist state, and the role of state is now minimized. Reason is because now our day state focus on economic development, mainly on the economic benefit, and the welfare state. Earlier we see that the main role of the state was make policies for the betterment for the welfare of the people of the country, but now they are mainly focused on the economic development. Fine. Now it is the market that becomes a prime determinant of the economic and social priorities. Now states mainly focus on the economic development, as earlier I told you, and then the increased role of the MNC reduce the capacity of the government to take decision on their own. Same point here. Now other countries also want their rules on the countries where they want to set up their MNCs. Fine. So these points reduce the capacity of the state and the erosion of state capacity, you can say. Fine. If we will talk about the positive points of the political consequences and positive point, so we say that no, this is not totally right that we say that totally the globalization erosion the state capacity. No, does not always reduce state capacity, because now we see that increase of technology, information, and speedy transportation, communication, state become more powerful. They provide technology to their citizens also, and citizens and side by side country also develop in all aspects. Right? So we can't say that only the globalization affect the state capacity. It also increase the state capacity by providing them technology, information, and national income also increase day by day. Fine. Now, second is economic consequences of the globalization. If we will talk about the economic consequences, first we see the negative aspect of the globalization. So here critics said that benefits only a small section of society. Due to setup of the MNCs or trading system and transfer of commodities from one country to another, we see that only a small section of society get benefit. Poor people become more poorer, and rich people become more richer. So this is a negative point. And they have emphasized the need to ensure institutional safeguards or creating social safety nets. Here social safety nets like MSP. Minimum support price as given by the Indian government to the peasants of India, and the PDS public distribution system provided by Indian government to the people of India. Fine. So critics said that there should be some safety, social safety nets also for the betterment of the people. So globalization is not providing these safety nets. So this is the duty of the governments of all countries to provide these safety nets. And now some economists describe it new colonization. This is important point. This point will be asked in your exam in 1 mark. What do you know about the new colonism? So nowadays we see this is not a colonization stage. This is a new colonization, because powerful country invest their money in other countries and they are become more rich. Fine. And the other countries, those are poor, or they have no technology, they have only raw material, etc. They have resources, but they are not able to use their resources by themselves due to lack of technology. So those countries, those have developed, and you can say they have technology, they are set up their MNCs in the poor country or developed countries and get benefits. So this system is known as neo-colonization, by using their resources according to their benefit. Fine. Now if we will see the positive impact or consequences of globalization, we can say it has resulted greater economic growth. This is a very important point, because due to globalization we see people also get benefits, state also get benefit, and greater economic growth is there, and well-being of larger section of society. Because when MNC set up in other countries, people also get opportunity, job opportunity, and they are living a better standard of living. They nowadays you see in many countries, or where you see the MNCs are increase in lot of, fine. So it has resulted job opportunity and increased standard of living. So here we see there are few negative points, but positive points are also there of the globalization. So now in this topic we have covered the economic consequences and political consequences. Now I will explain you about the cultural consequences of globalization.